Tired of extreme diets and impossible workout plans? If you feel like losing weight means starving yourself, counting every calorie, and just feeling deprived all the time, you're in the right place. What if the secret to sustainable weight loss wasn't about restriction, but about what you choose to add to your plate? It sounds almost too simple, but the science backs it up. The most powerful tools for weight management might already be in your kitchen. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 7 common foods, all supported by scientific evidence, that can help you on your weight loss journey. More importantly, I'll give you simple, practical ways to make them part of your daily routine starting today. This isn't about a radical overhaul. It's about making small, smart changes that lead to big, lasting results. Let's get into it. The fiber powerhouse: beans, lentils, and oats. First up isn't a single food, but a whole category built around one of the most powerful nutrients for weight loss: fiber. We're talking about humble, affordable staples like beans, lentils, and oats. The reason these foods are so effective comes down to a simple biological process. In one major study published in the Journal of Nutrition, researchers found that for predicting weight loss, dietary fiber intake was a remarkably strong factor. Participants who simply focused on eating more fiber saw significant results, independent of other diet rules. So, how does it work? A few different ways. First, fiber adds bulk to your meals. Foods rich in soluble fiber like oats and beans absorb water and form a gel-like substance in your gut. This physically slows down digestion. That means you feel fuller for much longer after a meal, which dramatically reduces the urge to snack. Think of it as a natural, built-in appetite suppressant. One large European study following nearly 90,000 people found that a higher intake of fiber was directly linked to less weight gain and a smaller waistline over time. Second, high-fiber foods make you chew more. This might seem minor, but slowing down your eating pace gives your brain more time to get the "I'm full" signal from your stomach, which helps prevent overeating. And fiber is fantastic for your gut health. It feeds the good bacteria in your digestive system. A healthy gut microbiome is increasingly being linked to better appetite regulation and metabolism, creating an internal environment that supports weight management. Making these a part of your life is easy. Start your day with a bowl of oatmeal. Go for rolled or steel-cut oats instead of the sugary instant packets. Cook them with water or milk and top with berries for a breakfast that will keep you full until lunch. For lunch or dinner, adding just a half cup of black beans, chickpeas, or lentils to a salad or soup can turn it from a light bite into a satisfying meal. These foods are cheap, versatile, and proven warriors in the fight against obesity. The satiety superstar: plant-based proteins. Next, let's talk protein, specifically plant-based protein. This includes foods like nuts, seeds, quinoa, and the beans and lentils we just covered. While all protein is great for making you feel full, there's growing evidence that prioritizing plant-based sources can offer unique advantages for weight control. High-protein diets are consistently linked to successful weight loss because protein has the highest thermic effect of food. Your body actually burns more calories just digesting protein than it does for fats or carbs. Protein is also incredibly satiating. It triggers the release of gut hormones that tell your brain you're full, effectively turning off hunger signals. A diet rich in protein helps you feel satisfied on fewer calories. So why the focus on plants? Large population studies show that people who eat more plant-based diets tend to have lower rates of overweight and obesity. While animal protein is effective, it can come packaged with higher levels of saturated fat. Plant proteins, on the other hand, often bring along fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats, creating a powerful combination. For instance, emerging research suggests that meals centered on plant proteins can lead to a greater, more sustained feeling of fullness compared to some meat-based meals. Incorporating these is delicious and simple. A small handful of unsalted almonds, walnuts, or pistachios makes for a perfect afternoon snack that crushes cravings. Try sprinkling a tablespoon of chia or flax seeds into your morning yogurt or smoothie for a boost of protein, fiber, and omega-3s. One of the best plant-based proteins is quinoa. It's a complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids. Use it as a substitute for rice. Toss it into salads or even use quinoa flour in baking. Making a conscious effort to include a source of plant-based protein in every meal is a great strategy for staying full and managing your weight. The metabolic modifier, fish high in omega-3s. Our third food isn't just delicious, it's also fantastic for your metabolic health. Oily fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids. This includes salmon, mackerel, trout, and albacore tuna. We've heard about omega-3s for brain and heart health for years, but new research shows they play a key role in supporting weight management too. The main omega-3s in fish, EPA and DHA, work on a cellular level to improve your metabolic function. One of their key jobs is reducing inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is common in obesity and can disrupt normal metabolic processes, making weight loss harder. Omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatories that help to cool that internal fire, creating a better environment for a healthy metabolism. Omega-3s have also been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Insulin resistance is when your body's cells don't respond well to insulin, leading to higher blood sugar and more fat storage, especially around your middle. By improving how your cells respond to insulin, omega-3s help your body manage blood sugar more effectively. A meta-analysis confirmed that omega-3 supplementation could significantly lower triglycerides and blood pressure in patients with metabolic syndrome, which often accompanies obesity. While not a magic bullet for weight loss, they are a powerful tool for metabolic support. The goal is to aim for about 2 servings of oily fish per week, as recommended by the Dietary Guidelines for Americans. This doesn't have to be complicated. Canned salmon or tuna packed in water are excellent, budget-friendly options. You can easily make salmon patties, add flaked salmon to a salad for a protein-packed lunch, or top a whole wheat cracker with tuna and avocado. By adding fish to your diet, you're not just eating lean protein. You're consuming fatty acids that help regulate your metabolism and support your body. The nutrient-dense champions, vegetables and fruits. This might sound obvious, but its importance is huge, especially when you frame it this way. The fourth key is to fill half your plate with vegetables and fruit at every single meal. This simple rule is incredibly effective. First, fruits and vegetables are nutrient-dense but not calorie-dense. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, but have very few calories for their size. By dedicating half your plate to them, you naturally push more calorie-dense foods like refined grains and fatty meats aside. You can eat a large, satisfying volume of food that makes your eyes and your stomach feel full without a huge number of calories. The fiber in these foods is a major player. As we've discussed, it slows digestion and keeps you feeling full. A diet rich in fruits and vegetables provides both soluble and insoluble fiber, supporting a healthy gut. Think about the difference between drinking apple juice and eating a whole apple. The whole apple takes longer to eat, its fiber fills you up, and your body absorbs its sugar more slowly, preventing the blood sugar spikes and crashes that trigger hunger. To put this into practice, think in color. Aim to eat a rainbow of produce, dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, bright orange carrots, and deep red berries. This variety ensures you get a wide spectrum of nutrients. Keep pre-sliced raw veggies like bell peppers, cucumbers, and celery in the fridge for a quick snack. Add a handful of spinach to your morning smoothie or toss diced broccoli and onions into omelets. And don't be afraid of the freezer aisle. Frozen fruits and vegetables are just as nutritious as fresh, as long as you choose plain varieties without added sauces or sugar. By making vegetables and fruits the visual centerpiece of your meals, you shift your eating pattern to one that naturally promotes a healthy weight. If you're finding these practical science-backed tips helpful, and you're ready to learn more simple ways to improve your health without complicated rules, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. We're all about making health accessible and sustainable, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. The foundational fuel, Whole grains. Moving on to number 5, let's talk about the foundation of your meals, whole grains. Carbs have been the villain of the diet world for decades, but the real story is a lot more interesting. The type of carb matters immensely, and whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, oats, and whole wheat bread are powerful allies. The difference between a whole grain and a refined grain, like white bread or white rice, is in its structure. A whole grain contains all three parts of the kernel: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. The bran and germ are where most of the fiber, vitamins, and minerals are. Refined grains have had the bran and germ stripped away, leaving just the starch. This process removes most of the nutrients and, critically for weight loss, the fiber. As we know, fiber is a superstar for feeling full. By choosing whole grains, you get that same benefit of staying satisfied for longer, which helps you regulate your portion sizes naturally. The fiber in whole grains also ensures a slower release of sugar into your bloodstream, preventing the sharp spikes and crashes that can lead to cravings. Maintaining stable blood sugar is a cornerstone of managing hunger. Research consistently shows that diets rich in whole grains are associated with lower body weight and a reduced risk of obesity. Making the switch is straightforward. At the grocery store, get good at reading labels. For bread or pasta, look for 100% whole grain or whole wheat as the first ingredient. Don't be fooled by color. Some brown breads are just white bread with added coloring. Start by swapping white rice for brown rice or quinoa. Begin your day with oatmeal instead of a sugary cereal. Use whole wheat tortillas for wraps, or try a hearty soup with barley. By ensuring the grains on your plate are whole, you're getting a nutrient-packed food that actively works with your body to control hunger. The satisfaction factor. Foods with healthy fats. For number 6, let's bust one of the biggest myths in nutrition, that eating fat makes you fat. This couldn't be further from the truth, as long as you're choosing the right kinds of fat. Healthy fats, found in foods like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil, are not only essential for your health but are also incredibly effective tools for managing weight. Healthy fats are powerful because they're great at making you feel full. Fat is the most slowly digested macronutrient, meaning it stays in your stomach longer than carbs or protein. This sends strong, lasting signals of fullness to your brain, helping to prevent overeating. A study on avocados, for example, found that people who added half an avocado to their meal felt significantly more satisfied and had less desire to eat in the hours that followed. These fats, particularly monounsaturated fats in avocados and olive oil, also play a vital role in your metabolic health. They support healthy cell function and can help improve insulin sensitivity, which is crucial for preventing fat storage. Some research has even linked daily avocado consumption to a reduction in abdominal fat. Embracing healthy fats is one of the most enjoyable parts of this journey. Add a quarter of an avocado to your toast, or slice it into your salad for a creamy texture. Use olive oil as your primary cooking oil and as a base for salad dressings. A small handful of walnuts or almonds can be a fantastic hunger-crushing snack. The key is moderation. While these fats are good for you, they are still calorie-dense. A serving is typically about a quarter of an avocado, a tablespoon of olive oil, or a small handful of nuts. By strategically incorporating these satisfying fats into your meals, you make your food taste better, and you use their satiating properties to naturally control your calorie intake. The master key: minimally processed foods. Our seventh and final point isn't one food, but a principle that ties all of this together: choosing minimally processed foods over their ultra-processed counterparts. This is one of the most impactful dietary shifts you can make, and the scientific evidence is compelling. First, let's define the terms. Minimally processed foods are whole foods close to their natural state. Think fresh fruits and vegetables, eggs, fish, and whole grains. Ultra-processed foods, APFs, are industrial formulations, often containing additives, emulsifiers, and high-fructose corn syrup. Think packaged snacks, sugary sodas, and fast food. A landmark study from the National Institutes of Health housed volunteers and gave them either an ultra-processed or a minimally processed diet for 2 weeks, then switched them. On both diets, they could eat as much as they wanted. The results were staggering. When on the ultra-processed diet, people spontaneously ate about 500 more calories per day and gained about 2 pounds. When they switched to the minimally processed diet, they naturally ate 500 fewer calories and lost 2 pounds. This study powerfully showed that it's not just about calories. The quality of the food itself drives how much we eat. Why? Upavs are basically engineered to be hyperpalatable. They have the perfect combination of salt, sugar, and fat to override your body's natural fullness signals. They are also typically softer and require less chewing, which means you can eat them much faster, not giving your brain enough time to register that you're full. In contrast, minimally processed foods are naturally more satiating due to their higher fiber, protein, and water content. They require more effort to eat and digest, which naturally slows you down. The most effective way to implement this is to cook more meals at home. When you cook, you have complete control. Build your meals around lean proteins, a mountain of vegetables, healthy fats, and a serving of whole grains. Cut out sugar-sweetened beverages. They are a primary source of empty calories. This one principle, prioritizing foods your great-grandmother would recognize, is a master key for sustainable weight management. The surprising science, your brain on food. Before we finish, there's a fascinating piece of research that helps explain why this all works on a brain level. Scientists at UC Berkeley recently discovered a surprising connection between high-fat processed diets and the pleasure centers in our brain. They found that eating these foods for a long time decreases the brain's levels of a peptide called neurotensin. Neurotensin works with dopamine, the pleasure chemical, to create that satisfying feeling you get from eating.